Our favourite time of the week to talk to our favourite person in the world, the wonderful Megyn Kelly from the Megyn Kelly Show, Sirius XM, or you can find it on YouTube. How are you, rockstar?
I am great. How are you?
So Donald Trump has now been fined about $9,000 for his breaking of the gag order, but the judges said, you're going to go to jail if it keeps happening. Do you think this bloke actually has the stones to do it?
Good question. Yes, I do. He really doesn't like Trump. And I think he would do it because these lefties have themselves convinced that they're righteous and Trump's evil. And he's not going to let that get out of hand in his courtroom. And he's got to be one who imposes the rule of law, even though he's not doing that on the substantive charges against Trump. So I do think if Trump willfully defies him and continues attacking witnesses, he might get thrown in jail. And if that happens, he's going to win the election.
What do you think of the logic that if he spends an hour in jail, he definitely wins the election?
I just think taking the former president of the United States and throwing him behind bars in the New York City jail as a punitive measure because he fought back against witnesses who are disparaging him every day as he's running for president again with his Secret Service, by the way, to be incarcerated over like retweets, people will be incensed. I just think it's a bridge too far. If he gets incarcerated at all, I mean, on the substantive charges, we're going to have riots 100%. But if he's jailed before he gets convicted because he's having a war of words with somebody who's attacking him viciously every day, and this judge won't even impose a gag order that gags both of them. No, I just think that it'll underscore the gross unfairness of this whole thing in a way nothing else has.
Now, let's be honest about Donald. He is a bit in the courtroom, a bit fidgety and allegedly a little bit farty. Do you think he's actually put two and two together about how restrictive jail would be?
Did you say he's farty? I think you have to add allegedly. Where did it land? I stopped listening.
Fair point. I'm sorry. Do you think that Donald Trump has actually got it in his head that going to jail is not house arrest, it's going to jail, and it's not going to a hotel, it's not ordering anything, it's being told what to do all day, every day?
He's starting to get it because the judge said you're getting fined $9,000 and you need to delete the offensive posts in which he fought back against witnesses who are attacking him by 2 o'clock today. And he did it. He waited until the last second, but he did delete the posts. So he is starting to comply with the judge's orders, which is smart, but he has very little impulse control when it comes to rhetorical battles. So if history is any guide, he will not stop criticizing them. And I think no way have we seen the last chapter of Trump violating the gag order, that storyline. Now, I think Trump would understand if he went to jail for contempt, it would be for a day or two. So it's worth it. I think it would rally so many people behind him. It's basically 2 days in a bedroom with your Secret Service next door. I think it would drive him nuts. He doesn't like to be told what to do, but I think it's worth it.
Today, police finally cleared out the university protest at Colombia. Now, what do you think of these little revolutionaries and champagne socialists?
Why are they all so unattractive? These things are not unrelated. I'm telling you. Attractive, smart people don't behave like this. They're out there living their thriving, successful lives, raising their families, going to jobs, being the creators and the innovators and the engines of their economies. They're not going on college campuses angry and bitter because, again, C.1. That's why. One of these morons leading the protests on Columbia's campus actually went out there to criticize the administration for not allowing them to bring in food supplies because they're depriving them of humanitarian aid. She used that term, humanitarian aid. They're basically just like the prisoners in the Gaza tunnels. Really, that's what they're going through right now because they can't get unlimited cupcakes. Hello, sister, you don't need it. And they're being deprived of their civil rights as they overtook an academic building and, I guess, want, I don't know, pizza brought in, lattes. I'm not sure how far it should go.
All right, quick one before you go. Kamala Harris, awful. Drew Barrymore, awful. Get them together, over the top and cringe, right?
I've been thinking that we really all need a tremendous hug in the world right now.
Yeah.
But in our country, we need you to be Kamala of the country.
Oh, yes, your mother's laugh. She's so weirdly close. She's breaking weird boundaries. I almost felt sorry for Kamala Harris. It was like, Drew, back in your lane. Give her some breathing space. You're acting very strangely. And then there's Kamala Harris, like, trying to lean into the Oprah, like, I have a big laugh. They make fun of my laugh. I have my mother's laugh. Oh, your mother. And then Drew's like, what we really need is a mamala. We need a mamala, because that's what Kamala Harris's stepkids call her. Literally, there's not a single soul in America that needs a mamala or wants a mamala or looks at Kamala Harris in that way. The Republicans obviously can't stand. The Democrats can't stand her. That's why we spent the better part of the last year talking about how we could get her off of the Democratic ticket. No one wants a mamala. What does she say? So the whole thing is this disgusting, artificial. It's like one of those disgusting protein shakes where you can taste the chemicals as you're downing it. Like, it's all false and supposed to be good for you, but you know you're causing yourself cancer sip by sip. That's how I felt when I watched those clips.
I hope I'm not too close to you now, Megyn. See you next week, darling.
Goodbye.